gonna discuss about the topic of Internet of Things. I'm not sure how many of you have already heard the term IoT or have the knowledge of Internet of Things. So I'm going to share a little insight about what is the Internet of Things. Let's begin with the agenda. So today we will be covering the topics like what is IoT and what are its applications and how it is working in the background and in the front, and what are the challenges we have been facing to build an IoT system, and what are its future trends. So this will be our agenda today. So let's start. So what is an IoT? IoT is nothing but a collective of interconnected devices. Okay. For example, in our day-to-day life, we will be using a mobile phone, a laptop, and smart wearables, and also we will be driving some EV or smart cars. Okay. If imagine all these devices are connected into a single ecosystem, like for example, Apple as an ecosystem, like each and every Apple devices can be interconnected. Likewise, Samsung as an ecosystem. So each and every Samsung devices are interlinked or interconnected. Likewise, each and every devices that we are using in our day-to-day life can be interconnected. The interconnection process, that is what called IoT, Internet of Things. Okay. So see, nowadays what we are using nowadays is monitor or a desktop or a PC or a tablet or even a mobile phone. So these are the things that are connected through internet. Okay, this is what we have been using right till right now. So imagine in your home there will be a thermostat, a AC or a smart lamp or a TV or even a coffee vending machine. Imagine everything is connected to the internet. So and also the main part of the IoT is, even though each and every devices are connected to the internet, each and every device will also be interlinked with each other. Like a coffee machine can talk to a AC, a AC can talk to a TV. Imagine each and every devices as a single person and they talk to each other. That's how IoT will work. It will help us connect each and every single devices in the home and also in other industries and also in each and every other sectors. Let's see the applications of IoT. So applications of IoT is a very vast sector. Like it can be used in home and also in hospitals, like pacemakers and ECG machines. Like each and every single devices that are used in healthcare can be connected, and a collectively report can be given to a doctor. So we will see an each and every single applications detailed in later. Just give it's just a glance of how various sectors IoT can help. Like it can help in smart cities, agriculture, retail, logistics, energy, environment, and mostly the wearable devices which we use each and every day in our life. So smart home is a best example. In the each and every sectors, I have picked the smart home as an example because it will connect with our daily life so easily. Just imagine you wake up and the alarm goes off. Okay, once the alarm goes off, the blindfolds automatically opens up. You don't have to do anything. You will be simply lying in the bed. The blindfolds will be open automatically, and the coffee machines will start preparing if for Monday it's latte, Tuesday it's for espresso, whatever it is as you planned, the coffee machines will automatically start preparing it, and the water heater will start heating the water to the right temperature within the given minute. So all these process will be happening without the intervention of you or any other person. So the world around you will be working automatically, depends of how you like it. So this is an example of how smart automation works. So each and every devices in your home, either it is an AC or it is an washing machine or it is an router or it is any outlet, or even it can be from a simple lamp to a vending machine, coffee vending machine. So everything is connected to the internet, and you can monitor each and every device through a simple app or a simple interface, user interface. Okay. So this will help us to monitor and control each and every devices around our home. Imagine you started to office early and you reached office, but you forgot to turn off the AC, and the AC is still on, and in your office you came to office and you can't go back and turn it off. Just imagine picking a phone and just using an app you can turn it off. So that's how it will make our life simpler and more connected to the devices around us. So basically, IoT devices can be segmented into two types: general devices and sensing devices. So it's simple to understand. Like general devices are nothing but the alarm or the water heater or coffee vending machine or your wearable devices or your mobile phone or the general devices that we use, which can be used for multiple purpose. Okay. So sensing devices are just particular devices that are only used to sense some particular task. Like there will be a temperature sensing device, or there will be light sensing device, or there will be humidity sensing device. So IoT devices can be separated into two. One will only take part in sensing a particular quantity or a particular task, like sensing the humidity of the air. So it will take only in the sensing part, and there will be also general devices which we use in our daily life. So it can be separated into two. Each and every devices are connected to the Wi-Fi. It is not Wi-Fi. It can also be any network medium. It can be GSM, or you can connect with more Zigbee, or also with Bluetooth. So it can be connected to any of the medium, and each and every devices are connected to the Wi-Fi will be directly sending the data to the cloud. Okay. Once just imagine in office I place few sensors like humidity sensor and a temperature sensor and a light sensor and even a motion sensor in office. Once if I enter the office, the lights will be automatically turned on. How this process is happening? Once if I enter, I will be triggering a motion in the motion sensor. So it will be sending the data to the cloud through Wi-Fi. And once the cloud gets the data, it will do the analyzing and processing. Okay. It will analyze, like, okay, there is a motion sensed in this hallway, so the light should be turned on. So the lights will be automatically turned and the signal will be sent back to the sensors, and the light will be turned on. So this is how the process works in day to day life. So this is a general overview of how the devices are connected and how the devices are working. So each and every devices will be connected to Wi-Fi. Through Wi-Fi, it will send the data to cloud, and in the cloud, the raw data that has been sent will be processed, and it will be processed, and whether it will decide whether should we do the option A or option B. It will decide, and it will let the output happen in the real time. Okay, so let me get into a deeper. So in the IoT has different building blocks. Okay, it's like it will start from the sensors and actuators. So if a smartphone is there, there will be a lot of sensors. Like as I said earlier, humidity sensor, temperature sensor, motion sensor. There are n number of sensors. Okay, these kind of sensors will be connected entirely in a smart home, and each and everything will be connected through Wi-Fi or GSM. It doesn't mean you can only connect through Wi-Fi. You can also connect through GSM or even Bluetooth or even radio frequencies or even LoRaWAN. So the connectivity medium, you can connect with any medium, and the data processing and storage is one of the biggest and also the important role, which there will be n number of data coming through each and every sensors. Okay, so all these data must be gathered, and each and every data must be segregated, and each and every data must be validated. So with this validating only, we can either mention that the person is there, or that the temperature is in this level, or we should take actions according to it. With this data, we can also provide the customers with the analytics and insights. We can give that at this time period there is more number of people walking in the store. At this time there is no one is walking through the stores. So we can provide the analytics and insights depending upon the data we have received. So data, we have a n number of data. So we can provide analytics and insight with that n number of data. And security is a very important aspect in this IoT. So every single data is very important. And imagine in an office there are these many people are coming and going, and that data is being sent through Wi-Fi. So that sensitive data is transmitted through a medium. So and it can, there is a lot of security issues in this. So in IoT, you should provide a gateway. Usually, what we use is we use a cloud platform, or we use some gateways to send this data. The data has been captured from the sensors and it will be sent to a gateway. What does the gateway does is it encrypts the data, and it will provide a security key for the data, and it will transmit through the Wi-Fi. And once it's been given to the cloud will enter the key, and it will decrypt the data, and the data will be processed, and the same will be happening the other way around. So security is the very important process in this IoT platform. That is also an important part because you're getting too much data, and you can analyze it, and you can store it, and also you can work with it. But the end user must get a refined data. So you get a millions and millions of raw data. You just collect it, and you have to process, and you have to verify, and you have to analytics. Everything must be refined into a user friendly way, so that they can experience, okay, these are the things happening, these are the things that has been not working out for me, so these are the times I should be more active. So this user interface will give a more connected to the environment. And also power management is a very, it is a very big issue, and it is an ongoing issue which is happening in IoT. Just imagine, do you know device pacemaker? It is has been used in medical industries, and it will be used to sync the rhythm of the heart of the patients. Okay, just imagine that the pacemaker has been placed inside you, and you can't just open your heart and remove the pacemaker and charge it for a 5 minutes and then keep it inside. So it will be very horrible. So the power management, if once the pacemaker is kept inside, it should work at least for 3 years or 5 years or even more. So that's how the power management should be very precisely work in this kind of IoT instruments. But the pacemaker will be like, it will be in the size of like 3 inch to 5 inch. Okay. So that device can't hold much of it, won't have, you can see 10,000 mAh power bank is such big power bank. You can't keep a power bank inside you, right? So we should manage the process and the data that is happening inside the peacemaker very precisely and very delicately. It should not do over processing, and it should also not do the under processing. It should be in a very delicate manner, so it use the right amount of battery. So the power management plays a very big role in this IoT platform. Okay, just imagine we have five senses, right? So taste, seeing, or touching, smell, and hearing. So sensors are like how we sense everything. And once we feel something, it has been processed in our brain. Likewise, brain is our in IoT, it is the cloud and process data processing which is happening in the background. And actuators are like, for example, actuators are like switches. So once you sense, and the brain is processed, and you do actions according to it, right? Likewise, in IoT, the IoT sensor senses the data, and the cloud keeps it and process everything in the backend, and the actuators test the process according to the sensors. So this is an simple example, so you can correlate with what is happening between IoT and our real life. There is n number of sensors. You name it, and there will be a sensor for it. For you, from light sensors to alcohol sensors to humidity sensors, whatever we humans can feel, each and everything can be replicated in sensors also. Like we have five sensors, and we have five sensing sensors, which is like we can combine two sensors to create another sensor. Likewise, there are so many sensors for everything. Okay, as I said earlier, just how this IoT device is so important and how the building blocks are so important. Let me give you a detailed view. Okay, so what is this pacemaker does is few people the heart rhythm will be won't be in a perfect sync. So the pacemaker will be sending an electrical impulse, so which will make the heart to beat in rhythm for them. Okay, so in the pacemaker there are four major sensors which have to work simultaneously. Okay, accelerometer activity, like the body, according to the body ventilation, if you are running the heartbeat will be fast, if you are staying still the heartbeat will be in a normal state. So according to that, the ventilation sensor senses that you are running or you are breathing heavily, so I have to pump more blood. So the ventilation sensor must sense this data, and according to that, it must give the impulse more and make the heartbeat fast. As well as the temperature sensor, your temperature is too high, you have to pump more blood, or your temperature is low, you have to pump this amount of blood. So these four sensors must work simultaneously and also work 24 bar 7 in order to give you a perfect heart rhythm, right? So here are the challenges that uh, we have been facing. The security concern. Okay, the pacemaker can be fixed inside you, and it has been working perfectly, and it has been transmitting the data to your mobile app, or you can also take the report and send it to the doctor. Okay, fine, everything is fine, and everything is working perfectly. But the security concerns, the security in the sense, the pacemaker is a device, and it can be hacked, or it can be interpreted, or while sending the data it can capture the data and it can be misused. So security plays a major role. So how can we tackle it? So as I said earlier, there is a gateway, right? Each and every data which we send is been changed into hash values, or it is prevented by a key. Even though everything is there, there are few malfunctions that could happen because of the hardware. So each and every hardware must be of high quality, and it should be tested multiple times in order to get the end result. So the hardware and software must work together in a synchronous form to work very perfectly. So security is one of the biggest challenge which you are facing right now. And interoperability, which means the device must be connected with another. Just imagine your watch is connected to a phone, and it sends data to and fro. Like the watch is saying that this person is running for a very long time and these many calories he has burned, and it is generating the report to the phone. Okay, and same as wise, if the phone receives any message, the message is being transmitted, or if you receive any call, you receive the call in the watch also. So the data transfer between the phone and the watch is a feature, but also it is a major issue, because when it comes to a watch and a phone, it's easy to connect both the devices. But it when come to millions and millions of devices, connecting them together is a tedious task. Imagine you are living in a smart home, and within that smart home itself you will be having AC, washing machine, mobile phones, laptop, window openers, and thermostat, and also temperature sensors, smoke sensors, and security sensors. So within a smart home itself, you will be having n number of devices. So connecting all of them together and also connecting them to the internet is a tedious task, because you have to handle so much of raw data and you need so much of computational power to handle everything. And also each and every data must be precise, and it should also be converted in a secured path. And scalability issue, the scalability issue that each and every device can be scaled, because in this each and every device, there are two segments, right? There is a hardware and there is a software. So you should develop the right hardware for the process, and also you should develop the right software for the process, and you have to combine them both to work synchronously. So the scalability issue is that we don't have the right hardware. We don't The software we can build, but in the hardware section it takes a very long time to get into a right hardware. So each and every day there is a new problem arise, and in a software we can give a solution, we can think, and we can come up with a solution, but in a hardware we have to use many elements, or we should build something, so it will take a very large amount of time compared to the software. You should use the right elements, and you should design them so perfectly that it should last long for years or even eternity. And also you should think about the battery management and also the security issues. So so building a hardware is the hardest part in the IoT. And the data management and analytics. So data management is you will be getting n number. Just imagine you are having a humidity sensor right now, and just turn it on. For each and every second it can generate up to 1,000 messages, or even millions of data. So it will be continuously sending data. Just to turn it on for 24 hours, and you will be, at the end of the day, you will be having a million and millions of raw data. So you can't just manage the millions and millions of data. So it has so much data from a single sensor. So imagine 100 sensors is connected together, and everything is sending data to a single database management, and it will go nuts. So you should have a data management system. Without it you cannot manage the data that we are receiving from the sensors. And the power constraints is that is the challenge which is been going on even now. So the even we have seen the generation of EV cars is being in a trend, and EV vehicles are coming out often, and the only thing is the battery. Most of the complaint comes from the battery. Like we have moved to lithium batteries, but still the battery management is not sufficient enough. So the battery management has a bigger issue because it can generate lot of heat, and it can degrade in a very smaller time, and it won't last for a very long time, like 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. A battery can be reused, but there is a limited time to which it can be reused. At one time, it is a waste. It can't be reused again. It can't be recharged and used again. So the power consumption and the power constraints have a very larger problem, and it is being solved. But right now there is no perfect solution, or something that can groundbreaking power source that has been discovered. And privacy and regulatory compliance. Yes, privacy is privacy. There is more regulations to IoT devices which are implemented each and every day. Like AI has become a trend, and right now they are bringing regulations to it. Right. Likewise, IoT devices have been emerging, and the regulations for IoT has been implementing each and every year. They are updating their regulatory. Like there is this kind of information should not be transferred through the internet, or these kind of informations cannot be transferred through Wi-Fi, or these kind of sensors should not work in these kind of areas. So these kind of privacy regulatories have been updated every years, and it will come to an end where we will have a brochure or something, so that we should use these kind of sensors in these kind of places. Right now we have been experimenting in each and every fields with each and every sensors. Like we can't use just imagine your phone is emitting a UV rays in front of your eyes for 24 bar 7, as we are using a phone for a very long period of time. If you're continuously bombarded with UV rays in your eyes, it will eventually affect your eyes, right? So there must be a limitations, like these sensors only can be used in humans, and for this time period it only can be used. So these regulatories will limit our experimentation. So right now there is an experimentational, many things are going on. Maybe in future there will be many regulatories which will give us more secure. So future trends in IoT. Future trends in the sense, IoT is an evolving platform. Right now, there is not a lot of many. There are many IoT devices, but not each and every IoT devices are being used in a day-to-day life. It is not being normalized in each and every home. Like UPI has been normalized in each and every homes, right? Even in the street food also, you can pay using UPI. Likewise, IoT devices are not uh, being normalized in each and every places. So the future trends will be like, first thing is edge computing. Edge computing is like, okay, you are owning a Tesla car and you're driving a Tesla car, and you put it on an autonomous mode and it is self-driving, and you just slept, or you have been using a mobile, and it intimates like you have been using a mobile. So for the next 5 minutes you can't the self-driving will be turned off. Okay, even though you, there will be some limitations. I'm not sure how many, like 5 to 10 limitations. If you exit that limitations, it won't let you do turn on the self drive mode, because you have been violating, you have been sleeping, you have been using mobile. So it won't let you use the mode self driving. So just imagine you just restart the car, or you just jump over the car, or you just jump start, or you do something bypass the thing, and you just start using the car again and turn on the self-driving mode. It won't turn on, because the data that has been in the car has been sent to the cloud, and the data in the cloud has been super managed by another entity that is called the edge computing. It is like an it is more like an AI. Okay, imagine there is a boss, and that boss tells that this car has been violating, the car owner has been violating these many issues, and even though if he turned on or turned off the device, or even if jump starts, the car won't start, because the super manager knows that this car has been, owner has been violated these issues, so the self driving won't be turned on. So like super manager, that is how edge computing is evolving, like giving an AI feel to the car, or each and every IoT devices, is what edge computing is doing. And 5G and beyond. 5G is okay. Now we are in the 5G trend. The 5G is mainly evolved. It helps a lot in the IoT sector, like because of the connectivity. Each and every devices or can be connected to a common network, for example 5G, and each and every devices can be interlinked, and the data has been transferred easily to one another. AI and machine learning is also plays a major role, because humans can't handle all the data that has been transferred from the sensors. So if we build a, common AI, or let the machine learn how the sensors react, or how the environment reacts according to the sensors, so the machine will learn what is happening, and it will let you know the exact details of how many persons have entered the room, or what is the temperature of the room, or what is the health of the person, or if the person is having a heart attack, or if the person is having any health issues. So these are the things can be monitored through machine learning. And as I said earlier, security is a biggest issue, and we have been facing a lot of challenges in it. So now recently blockchain has been introduced into IoT, and they are using the blockchain to cover the security part in the IoT sector. IoT is already implemented in healthcare, like in many hospitals, you can see the ECG machine, or whatever the machines that are being used in the health sector. Each and every single devices are interconnected, and the report will be directly generated to the doctors, and it can be viewed by different doctors also. So each and every devices around the patient are being interconnected, which helps the doctor to have a real-time data, even if the doctor is in somewhere else, or he is seeing another patient. He can see through. He doesn't have to go to the patient and check each and every monitors. He can just see it through his tablet, or whatever device he is having, and he can just monitor. And if he see any abnormalities, he can just go attend the patient, which will be very helpful. smart cities expansion. So smart cities in the sense, nowadays there will be someone who will turn on the lights when it's exactly like 6 o'clock. That is how in few areas the street lights are turned on, like it is 6, or it is really getting dark, just turn on at this time. So that is how most of the rural streets that has been happening here. So we can implement like a light sensor when the light goes down. The LDR senses that the light is very low, so just turn on the lights. So that's how there is a small example in a smart city expansion. We can use the sensors and we can connect everything to the internet, and it can be used to grow. And IoT in agriculture, which is widely has been already been using. I'm not sure how many of you seen. There is a self-driving tractors which have been implemented in many places. Like the farmer will be sitting and will be just turning on the app, and the tractor will start plowing the field automatically in a very regular manner. So likewise, the sprinkler system. If the land, if the soil doesn't have a much of a moisture, then the sprinklers will automatically start sprinkling the water. So likewise, the irrigation system also has been automized in the sector. And security and privacy standards and industry 4. Okay, now we are moving to industry 4.0, where ecosystem plays a very major role. So IoT devices can connect each and every devices and play its own ecosystem. As I said, security and privacy standards will come in the future, and it will play a very major role, as we should not be using few type of sensors in day-to-day life, or in a human, or even you pacemaker has been used for a very long time, and they are trying to build new kind of sensors that can be embedded into our body, like a biodegradable sensors. There is a new type of sensors which has been introduced in the market. They are called biodegradable sensors. Like if you are having some kind of disease, and these biodegradable sensors will be inserted into your body, and these sensors will act inside your body only for a few period of time, and it will degrade itself, and it will come out as a waste. So these kind of sensors has been introduced recently, and it has been in the experimenting state. So this is how IoT works. I have covered the basics, and I will let you into give you more into the topics maybe in the later sessions. Thank you. Thank you.